5 sneaky snacking habits that increase your risk of heart disease. Cardiovascular disease affects around 82 million people in the United States alone, and someone dies as a result of them every 34 seconds. These are terrible statistics, considering 75% of cardiovascular diseases are highly preventable, and simply watching what you eat can save you from contributing to these statistics. Today, we'll look at several basic snacking habits that lead to heart disease, as well as some healthy alternatives. Sugary snacks are first on our list. Today's world is increasingly reliant on quick and processed foods that are heavy in added sugar. These are damaging to the body since they add extra calories with no nutritious value. Although sugar is necessary for your body's proper functioning because it is your primary energy source, keep in mind that too much of anything is bad for you, so keep a close eye on your sugar intake. The average person in the United States consumes 17 teaspoons of sugar per day, which is 5 teaspoons more than a recommended maximum. Dietary guidelines advocate limiting added sugar in your diet, mostly because excessive sugar levels, or hyperglycemia, are directly connected to cardiac problems and are frequently blamed for leading to a threefold increased risk of mortality. What is the issue with high blood sugar levels? There are 3 main issues. For starters, it produces increased inflammation in your blood vessels, which leads to artery hardening and narrowing. Second, the damage to your heart's nerves disturbs regular blood flow. Finally, your heart is overburdened with unnecessary effort. Your body must work harder to clear extra sugar, succumbing to pressure and having to pump more forcefully to get things moving. This is why diabetics are more likely to have cardiovascular problems. According to research, a diabetic is roughly 16–30% more likely to have a cardiac problem. How can you limit your sugar intake? Keep an eye out for added sugars in the ingredient list and adopt the following dietary changes. Replace cookies and fries with fruits, sweeten cereals with sugar-free brands, drink more water, and add less sugar to tea and coffee. Moving on, you are most likely consuming too much salt. Forget about your sweet tooth. Have you ever had a strong desire to eat salty foods? One of our favorite ingredients is salt. The question is, how much is excessive? According to the dietary requirements, 1 tablespoon of salt, about 2,300 milligrams, is sufficient for 1 day. The average American, on the other hand, exceeds this limit and consumes 3,400 mg of salt each day. What effect does salt have on your heart? Salt, on the other hand, is a vital component that the body requires to keep muscles and neurons functioning. It is also in charge of keeping body fluids in balance. However, too much salt might cause fluid retention. A sodium-rich diet pushes water into the system, increasing blood volume and, as a result, high blood pressure, often known as hypertension. Hypertension is a major contributor to heart disease. According to studies, more than 60% of hypertensive people have strokes or heart attacks. More than 70% of dietary sodium comes from packaged and prepared foods, not from table salt used in cooking. As a result, pay attention to labeling and serving sizes. You might also substitute fresh meats and vegetables for processed ones. Give up eating manufactured meals. Let's face it, ultra-processed meals are convenient, quick, and tasty. However, processed foods can have major health consequences. Unless you pick your own veggies or drink fresh milk, the majority of the foods you consume are processed. However, depending on how processed the product is, you can decide whether or not to include it in your diet. Fruits, vegetables, eggs, and meat are all okay to eat, but chips, fries, soda, white bread, energy drinks, and cheese crackers fall into the ultra-processed group. Ultra-processed foods are industrially created foods with exceptionally low nutritional value, high levels of saturated fats, salt, and sugar, and low fiber content. According to one study, every 5% of your energy intake from saturated fat increases your chance of developing heart disease by 17%. This is because saturated fats are more likely to deposit in your arteries and form blockages, which contribute to cardiovascular disease. Eating ultra-processed foods increases the chance of a second heart attack or stroke by 2/3, with a 40% higher risk of mortality in people who already have cardiovascular disease and may have had a heart attack or stroke. This is quite problematic because ultra-processed foods account for about 60% of the average American's diet. When selecting a packaged snack, search for minimally processed items that do not have refined wheat, starch, sugar, or hydrogenated oils as key ingredients. Also, check sure the nutrition information panel doesn't have more than 160 mg of sodium per serving and includes at least 3 grams of fiber or protein. Avoiding healthful snacks might have a negative impact on your health. It is not good for your heart if you leave long periods between meals. Snacking between meals is an important part of your diet because your body needs nutrition on a regular basis. While meals meet your energy needs, snacking ensures that you get consistent nourishment. So, if you want to make sure your body gets enough vitamins and minerals, it's important to fuel it with midday snacks like nuts, fruits, salads, juices, and healthy munchies. After all, a healthy body is synonymous with a healthy heart. If you don't provide your body the nutrition it needs, you may feel dizzy and queasy, develop poor gut health, and experience regular headaches. fevers, flu, bodily pains, and low energy levels. The general public may feel that eating means gaining weight, yet studies show that protein-rich, high-fiber snacking can really help you lose weight. Low-carb and protein-rich snacks are also beneficial to blood sugar levels. A study including diabetics who eat high-protein snacks found that they lost an average of 2 pounds, 1 in 4 weeks. But how are weight loss and blood sugar levels linked to cardiac problems? Obesity and diabetes, for example, are major risk factors for cardiovascular disease. Maintaining a healthy body mass index and controlling blood sugar levels are therefore critical for avoiding heart issues. And you may accomplish this by keeping portable food on hand. Also, remember to eat in accordance with your body's needs. If you are an athlete or have a job that requires physical exercise, you may appreciate 1-2 snacks more than someone who works at a desk. Finally, we have extreme diets on our list. Do you follow those really restrictive diets that promise speedy weight loss? Is your diet requiring you to delay eating for longer periods of time? If you answered yes, you should reconsider your approach to dieting, because even if these diets do manage to lower your weight, they are potential of causing more harm than benefit. They have a significant impact on your blood sugar levels, metabolism, and immunity, as well as reducing muscle strength. They can also cause vitamin deficits. Because starvation is linked to muscle atrophy, a decrease in muscle size, the heart, which is a muscle, is particularly vulnerable. Furthermore, the swings in blood sugar levels caused by these extreme diets might have serious consequences for your cardiovascular health. Unrealistic diets that entail calorie restriction can make you feel ill. Feeling sluggish, grumpy, queasy, drowsy, and achy are all common symptoms. If you believe that not eating will help you burn fat, you are mistaken, my friend. This will merely raise your hunger significantly, causing you to consume more than usual at your next meal, resulting in weight gain. And, as previously said, gaining weight is directly related to cardiovascular problems. If you want to stick to a healthy diet, all you have to do is control what you consume, control your meal quantities, eat properly, and that's all there is to it. Consume legumes, whole grains, yogurt, soups, eggs, low-fat dairy products, fruits, veggies, nuts, and seeds. Remember that when it comes to having a healthy lifestyle, you may make modest changes. Simply eliminating these 5 snacking behaviors will put you on the right track to excellent health and reduce your chances of acquiring heart disease. Please let us know in the comments.